Airway, breathing, circulation. ABC. 1, 2, 3.
I know, it was in my head.
That's it, right? Come on.
I held back there, David. I was trying.
All right. So, easy there. Okay. ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation. Those are the 3 most important things in any human being's life. You need to be able to breathe, you need to be breathing, and your heart needs to be pumping blood through you. Everything else that could potentially happen to you is secondary to those most important things. ABC, 3 most important, 3 first letters in the alphabet, easy peasy. I love easy. All right, so, don't move, patient. You come in, on the scene. I am safe. ABC. I'm a corpsman, I can help. Keep in mind, has anybody ever come and woke you up and like you didn't know who they were, or it surprised you or startled you? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
This
morning we did it to Skylar.
Yeah, right? I actually got in trouble. I'm really a fairly pacifistic individual. I almost clocked my roommate in the military. He woke me up, I was like, ah! Right? Imagine if you've been hurt, how cranky you're. They don't know you. For all even that they know, you're trying to go through their pockets and look for loose change. So, I'm a corpsman, I can help. So, always just take out the corpsman, Mr., Mrs., Mrs., whatever, I can help. So, Mr., I can help. Are you okay? That's how it starts. And then you say, he doesn't say anything. Because, you know, children are silent. ABC. So the first thing you do is just look at his mouth. What do you know? What's going on up there? Does he have something over his mouth? Does he have something out of his mouth? That's airway. Yeah, that'll work too.
Cavity?
Yeah. What's that smell? B and C kind of happen together. Okay, breathing and circulation. So what you're going to do, I'm on this, you do it on the side closest to you. I'm going to reach over here so you can see. You just reach, everybody real quick, if you haven't done this already. Find that pretty little tendon. While you're doing that, you're also looking right at his chest, aren't you? So now I can hear and see whether or not he's breathing. And at the same time, while I'm listening, I put my hand right here. So now, in literally 5 seconds or less, I can tell you whether or not an individual is breathing, how much they're breathing, and whether or not their pulse is, whether or not their heart's beating, and how strong it is. So, on the scene, I am safe. ABC. Mr., you okay? That easy. Cool. You know what? Show I figured it out. Yeah. Keep in mind, this is all the stuff that I was trained in. This is not, I did do some very intensive stuff we won't cover in the hospital. This is you walking down the street. I don't have an x-ray machine. I just need to figure out how I can help this person. So you wouldn't know necessarily that there's ligament or tendon involvement. You would just know there was a car accident and your leg's been injured. Okay. Let me see what I can do for you.
That's kind of what they did when I tore mine, because I started screaming and saying ow when I hurt mine. And so he I didn't want to move it. It was straight, and he just was like, okay, seemed to he sat there and was feeling around to see what was wrong.
Exactly, and that's exactly it. So if you would have noted ABCrepitus, you would have known. And again, Sherlock. Does he know it's a ligament? Maybe not. If he palpated, if he felt, and there was no grinding, no movement, he knows that it's probably not a break. Well, now we already know it's got to be your tendon or your ligament, because what it's not, right? It's a mystery. So, thanks.
Good job.
Get up, if you will, when I was in the military, right where we did H&S, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And the guy's like grabbing my shoulders, I'm like, "Oh my God." Gently, gently. So, you're going to go through each part, and on each one, you're looking for 2 things. One is for any obvious signs of trauma. Keep in mind, the assumption is that you've just walked into your church. You've walked into McDonald's. You've walked on a guy out on the sidewalk who's just laying there. So,
he's sunbathing.
Yeah, exactly. He's sunbathing on the roof.
She was painting.
So you're going to painting. Not the story. Painting. You're going to look for what's called obvious deformity, okay, which is a much more clinical way of saying, "I think it's broken, man." Right? So, head, literally. Now you'll notice you almost do a flourish every time. okay? I'm looking for blood. That's the blood sweep. So if a guy fell down and hit his head, and I go like this, Mr. Mystery, okay? First of all, if he's got some sort of head trauma, again, don't grab him. I mean, you don't know what you're grabbing. You're going to go through and gently just do this. And you can talk to him the whole time. Again, you can do a lot of stuff I'm telling you at the same time, like the ABCs. I'm doing 3 things at once. Same thing. I'm talking to him to assess level of consciousness. Maybe he's unconscious, maybe he's partially conscious, maybe he sounds wonky. So I'm going to be talking to him, trying to get his attention. I'm also checking for obvious deformity. Cool word. You can remember this word. This is the word you learned today. Crepitus. Doesn't that sound awesome? Crepitus. Almost sounds like a swear word. Crepitus. Oh, crepitus. Crunchy. Crunchy. If you've ever had a broken bone. That grinding sound. Yeah. See? Now you know why they made up a crazy word for it, right? Crepitus. Right? So you want to look for deformity. I say listen, but really when you're pushing on them, it's going to be a feel of crepitus, and you're doing a blood sweep. That's what you do when you roll up on a scene.
So you really can feel some type of vibration if...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you ever... God, I can't think of a really good example.